Good morning, everybody. It is January 3rd, 2023. So it's the beginning of the trading year. So everyone get focused. Don't rush anything. We have all year to get our goals and perfect what we want to do. So let's go ahead and get started with that motivational speech. As far as here's today's plan of attack, really. How I plan to trade 0 days to expiration, SPX, and also ES futures. So kind of a tricky spot. Nothing has changed, really. We're still stuck in a box between 3,800 and 3,900. The futures last night opened up right at, let me bring it up. Opened up right at 3,900, sold off, went all the way down to yesterday's point of control, then bounced. All right, so here is Friday's trading action, right? And then here's all of the pre-market action that's been unfolding. So we opened up at 3,900, which is resistance. It has been for a while. Flushed all the way down, hit this point of control right here, which is this yellow line. And we bounced all the way back up to 3,900, and now we're down back to today's point of control. So what is point of control if you're unfamiliar with it? So basically, all of the pre-market action has been occurring around this level. It's basically a magnet and also a pivot point. It could either hold and rally or it could hold and flush lower. So the way I am looking at this to add context to the market direction today is, well, first let me cover this part as well. You see how we've based all for the last few weeks, right? Super choppy. There's obviously resistance here. There is a lot of moving average resistance, is what I'm going to call it. There's the 50-day SMA right here, the 20 SMA, the 21 EMA, and the 34 EMA. It's just a big spot the market has to get over. Doesn't mean it can't, but it is a wall. And it's going to be a wall until proven otherwise. And so with that being the thought process, I really don't want to go long for the day until we get over it. And the reason for that is because there's been times where we see them hit these spots and then a quick flush against us hardcore, right? And when we don't want to get caught up in that. So what I think the best way to trade it today, let me pull it up. And say today turns into some super strong trending day that may happen. If it does, great. But that you can't deny there's a wall ahead of us, right? And if we get above it, then going along after that will be easy. But until then, I mean, we have to acknowledge there's overhead resistance. Like it's not going to change anything. So here's where the pre-market highs was, right? We got the flush lower, bam, rallied up, hit it again, and flush. And now we're right at VWAP and the 21 EMA. So the way I want to play today is kind of unfortunate that it's such a tricky day, but if you stay disciplined, I think it'll all play out. So if you recall, 38.77, which is about right here, is the point of control, right? Now, because of right where it's at, I'd be okay playing long up to 3,900, but because where we're opening, I don't want to exactly hop right in as soon as the market opens because who knows what's going to happen. I think the market's going to be all over the place and be pretty volatile, and I think it's best to give it some time to shake out. So the best high probability course of action, in my opinion, today in terms of a 0 days to expiration trade is very limited. And so that being said, if this is the point of control about right here, if we do break above these highs, say it turns, like I said, into a super strong trending day, then I'll buy a pullback to VWAP or the 21 EMA, get my buy signals, and then take it back up. I'll do that. Now, if there is a say point of control holds and we go lower, and at the moment it looks like it's certainly holding. I'll bring it back over. You see how it's basing right here at point of control and starting to push higher? It doesn't mean they can't get up to this little node right here, then get rejected back lower. And so I'll leave this chart up here real quick. Say we do rally up to this little spot right here, and then we do flush lower, right back below point of control. So if price is back below point of control, which is at 38.77. About right here, which is where all the moving averages are. So there's obviously a lot of support, but it's hard to go long into the wall up here. Let's do this wall. There's a big old wall. So that being said, basically what I think the best course of action is, believe it or not, is if price does rally up into these moving average resistances up here and we get sell signals, I'll short and a call credit spread against it. That is if we're so it obviously have to be up here probably about 38, which actually was pinpoint instead of just eyeballing it. Let's be precise. So all the moving averages are up at about 39.15. It's obviously this resistance as well, so I could actually right click that, activate drawing. Let's bring that across. Okay, about right there. Now let's bring up the other chart again. Okay, so it's right up here. So 39.15, and it also lines up with a 30 hour hourly time frame. All right, cool. So because of the overhead resistance, if it was to rally up here and then we get sell signals, then I'll take it back down to the downside. But you have to be mindful of where the targets are. Like you'll have to watch the VWAP and the 21 EMA, because if it does shoot up this high, it could potentially turn into a trending day, right? If it does. Now, but say this up here and then we don't get sell signals and it does pull back. We'll say we do, and then the VWAP is like right here, and it hits it, and then it bases for a minute, then you get buy signals. Okay, so get out of this short at that time. Like today, it's just a day we're gonna have to be quick to pull the trigger, if you will, depending how whatever version you wish to do it. Now, say the other scenario. Say, like I mentioned, here's about point of control. Say it does rally up to here, and then gets rejected. Say 15 minutes after the open, it goes lower. All right, so now we're below point of control. I would look for a rally into about VWAP in the 30-minute 21 EMA, and then short it back down with sell signals against that level. That is the ideal situation in my opinion. And the reason that is what I think is the high probability trade is really because of the wall up here. In my opinion, what I wish would have happened is we would have gapped above the wall and then we held and then we could have bought the dip there. That would have been perfect. But we're still in the box, the 3,900, 3,800 box. So that's kind of my plan. I know this video was kind of a little bit longer, and I'm pretty sure what I said probably didn't make a whole lot of sense, but just for a recap. Um, so quick breakdown. There's a wall up here. Wall. If we push up here and start to get sell signals, I'll take a call credit spread. I'll probably do drama free. I'll put DF drama free. Reason for a little bit of leeway, because if it's that far out of the money and we do get a decent pullback, that premium's gonna be sucked right out of that position. But you will have to keep an eye on it as far as where the 30-minute 21 EMA and VWAP is at. All right, so that's ideally what I would like to do if we rally short into that pop. Now, with the VWAP here, or sorry, the point of control, if we do break point of control, I would like a rally, sell signals, then short into it there. That's the ideal situation, simply just because we're still in the box. Until we get out of this box, it's going to be a little tricky. But that's pretty much my plan. Hopefully that makes sense. Like I said, it extended up into about 39.20, sell signals. I want to hit up a drama-free trade. If we do push up and then buy a pullback, I can't buy the pullback simply because it go like this. It could rally up once again to here. We get a pullback, and we'll just say the VWAP's here, and then it's go bam, and then get denied. I don't know. I personally don't like it. I like my trades to go in the direction of the overall market, of the overall day. And the day time frame has a lot of overhead resistance, so it makes the long setup a little bit more difficult. For me, anyways. I like it all to be in alignment. But that's my plan today. I'll be in the options room doing this trade with y'all and see if I get the small account mastery spun up as well. But everyone have an awesome day. Stay disciplined. Tricky day. And we'll see if we start this year off in a bullish gesture or in a bearish gesture. But yeah, awesome day, everybody. And see you again tomorrow. Take care.